Hello, you're listening to the Honey Tomato Podcast. We'll be talking about webcomics, manga, video games, and other related topics on our show. Thank you for tuning in. Today is April 30th, 2016, and this is episode 2. Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm a design student and artist, and this is my co-host, Helen.
Hi, I'm a pixel artist and writer.
Today's sponsor is Nobody, so if you're interested in sponsoring this podcast, please tweet at us at SnappleGel on Twitter.
So for today's featured webcomic, we'll be talking about Paranatural, which is a comedy/action comic about a couple of kids trying to understand and deal with the supernatural world. So the author of Paranatural is Zach Morrison, a 23-year-old artist from New York. I love Paranatural. Oh my gosh. I've just like really entered the world of comics recently, webcomics, and I found Paranatural. I think it was like the first thing, and what I was doing was I was scrolling through Tumblr and somebody was like, oh my god, I love Paranatural, and then I saw like two characters that were like really interesting, and one of them was Eightfold, who I discovered later, and I was like, oh my god, Eightfold is my favorite character. Yes. She is like so cute.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. So
dude, yeah, I'm looking at the page now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I discovered Paranatural years and years ago. Like,
wow.
Yeah, probably 2012, and I've kind of been like on and off keeping up with it and stuff. I love the humor that it has. Like, it's so funny, but it has like a really like, I don't know, I really vibe with the sense of humor that it has. And all the kids are awesome. I just love the main character too. Like, Max, and then like, every character is so good, to be honest. I'm just, like, scrolling through the page. I'm like, who do I not like? I like all the characters.
Yeah, they're so great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the artist who I saw had drawn RJ and Eightfold together.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Are you, like, all caught up? Have you, like...
Yeah, I've been really caught up. I feel like I'm a little bit too caught up because I was checking back every single day. Even though I know they don't update every single day, I was like, oh my god, I really hope there's a new page today.
Always. That is, like, honestly the webcomics life. That's, like, the one thing I don't like about webcomics is that, like, it's, like, one page at a time, and then you're just like, come, please, instead of releasing, like, full chapters. Absolutely. I know that some comics do that, but most are just, like, a page every, I don't know, like every couple days or every week or something like that. And I think that's good for, like, creators and stuff, because, like, if I'm a creator, it's kind of nice to have people, like, give you feedback in real time. Yeah. But, like, as a reader, it's really annoying because you're just like, I want more. I want it now. And then especially when it has a huge backlog, you're like, oh, I can read all this all at once. And then, like, you're at the end, and then it's, like, impossible. Oh, man. But, yeah, it's a really awesome comic. I'm surprised, like, I don't hear people talking about it as much. Well, at least maybe in the circles that I'm in or whatever. Like, I hear less about it, even though it's, like, really good. Like,
I think even in terms of, like, just art itself, I haven't heard a lot about it. I have heard snippets of it, like, every so often. Somebody will, like, bring it up, and I'll be like, huh, that's a really interesting name. I should probably check that out. And then I never do. And then, like, this time, because I've been actively hunting for, like, a really good comic, this is what I, like, found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, and I was kind of, like, rereading some of it, too, for the podcast, and I just, like, yeah, you mentioned the art. Like, the art becomes, like, so good. That's, like, one of my favorite things about webcomics, too, is, like, how the art, like, totally evolves. Like, if you look at the first couple of pages, like, it's, like, so sketchy and, like...
Oh, my gosh.
Sort of, like, yeah,
you know, now that you mention it, I absolutely agree. I mean... I actually didn't notice that at all when I was reading it, because I was reading it on my phone. Oh. And I was like, oh, this looks, like, really good. And then I just thought it was, like, really good the entire time. Just me saying, this is really good. In the bathroom on my way to class, I was like, this is really good.
Yeah. No, it gets good pretty quickly, too. Like, I think, like, it goes into full color pretty quickly. Like, into,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, into chapter 1 at some point. But, yeah, like, definitely the evolution of it is really good. But, yeah. Man. I actually, honestly, I'm not quite caught up, just because, like, I kind of like reading them, like, when the chapters are done and stuff, or, like, I sort of like, you know, having a bunch of pages to read at a time.
Yeah,
like,
I would enjoy that more, but I feel like I'm so addicted at this point.
In too deep.
I really am. I just, like, I need this, and I've been checking the pages spontaneously at any point that I can, basically, for a number of comics, mostly, like, about Supernatural, because I've been going through the recommended comics on the Paranatural page. So he has, like, a list of them that are like really good, and I've been going like, I love all these.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, actually, like, honestly, they, like, now I'm looking at it too. Like, there's a lot of these comics are really solid.
Yeah. But let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah, we can't. We're going to talk about them later.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. Next episode, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll keep you posted.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I would talk more about Paranatural, but I feel like there's just too many spoilers. Every single bit of it, like, every little development is so good, and I just want people to discover that on their own rather than me telling you about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. But really, guys, check it out. I know, like, for a lot of people, it's, like, on there, we're like, oh, I should read this at some point.
Right. But like, it's like you need this in your life right now.
Yeah, put it in your life, guys. Put it in your life. I'm like that, too. I also have, like, my long list of, oh, this is probably going to be great, and I'll read it. But you guys, really, it's good. Alright, so for our featured anime this episode, we have Sakamoto, which is an anime about the coolest guy in school, and he is, like, literally the coolest guy. Everything he does is cool. Like, the air he breathes is, like, cooler than our air. Think of it that way. He's, like, yeah, just the coolest guy.
He's pretty cool. You know that character that's always said to be like super cool with the glasses, and he's always constantly pushing up his glasses.
Yes.
And he has like the dark hair and like the windswept hairstyle. That's him. He's like cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so
there's no way to explain it.
Yeah, cool. It's hard. Yeah, so basically that's like what the show is about. It's just about how cool this guy is. And when I like kind of so the manga has been out for like probably a little while.
Oh my god, there's a manga?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, guys! If you don't know, there's a manga. And I saw it, and I remember thinking, like, I read the back, and I thought, oh, this is, like, the stupidest thing. Why do I want to read about how cool a guy is? Like, lame. But no, it's, like, I don't know how it works, but it does. It's just, like, so freaking funny.
It's, like, he's unfathomably cool.
Yes.
You just have to watch it. There's, like, 2 episodes out right now. I think there's 2. And it's, like...
Maybe 3 now, because it's, like, Saturday.
Oh, maybe. I hope so. I have to go watch it.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah.
Sakamoto's great.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, like,
It's, like, when you're put up against people, and then they're like, oh, man, this guy's so cool. Let's bully him, because he's, like, he's too cool for us.
Yes.
Or, like, he's so cool that he's, like, ruining our self, esteem.
Mm-hmm.
That's how cool he is. It's like you want to be bullied by how cool he is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what's also so funny about it is like that kind of character, like the glasses guy who like is a good, good at studying and has good grades and stuff. Like there's no way that would be considered a cool character in the United States.
Yeah.
Like, that would be like textbook nerd. That would be like, oh, this dude is like such a nerd. But like it's so funny that that's like a character archetype that people like recognize as being cool in Japan. Because like for me, I'm like I understand it because it's like an anime thing. But like if I were to see that in like the United States, like it would be like be like what, like wouldn't this be like a jock or something, like,
right?
It's just like I think it's like interesting how the archetypes differ in terms of culture and stuff. Like it's cool to study in Japan or something.
It's cool to be what is it? Oh man, I feel like every instance of cool is like it needs to be represented visually by the anime. Any words I say will do it no justice.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of clips going around on Tumblr probably like
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that have shown kind of what the humor is like. It's like very how to put it? It's like
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. It's sort of like absurd humor.
Yeah.
Just just goes out of its way to show how cool this like dude is.
So good.
And I don't know why it works. I feel like it would be like if it was executed wrong or like if it wasn't as ridiculous or something, it would be really annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be like, what is wrong with this guy? But no, it's executed in a way that it's like, I want to be his friend.
Yeah, I know.
I want to know him.
I know. So wild. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great show. Really looking forward to the next coming episodes. Oh, man. Gosh. But do you know what I'm not looking forward to, Helen? Like, at all.
What?
Like, I'm pissed.
Oh, God.
Okay,
what is it?
Guys, we're going to be moving on to our video game portion of the episode. So, as some of you possibly may know, Love Live, I don't even want to say it. I'm so sad that it's happening, but Love Live, the original group that Love Live was about, Muse, is ending, and they're having like their final singles and their final concerts and stuff.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
This is like a huge bummer, I think, for a large portion of the fan base.
And a large portion of the Honey Tomato podcast, aka me. Like, it's really sad for me. Guys, I've been playing Love Live like for a year, like the game on iPhone. Honestly, I could go on about this game. I've been playing it like not every day, but almost like every day. Like, I have all these super rare cards, ultra rare cards. I wish I had more, but my luck on the scouting is not what I wish it was. But, oh my gosh, I'm looking at my team right now. All these Muse members, and they're freaking... I can't believe K-Lab is doing them like this. That they're just gonna be tossed aside like freaking chopped liver. Like, and then there's these new girls. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys might not know, but there are these like instead of having Muse, the original 9 girls, they're gonna be introducing these new characters, and their band is called freaking... I'm so pissed. I'm sorry. Because I love the Muse girls. And now they're bringing in these freaking reskins called Aquors. And it's like... Ugh. Like, okay, why do they even need to do this?
Let's just talk about them.
I don't want to talk about them.
All right, Charlotte.
I love everyone in the original... No, why did they have to throw them away? They were already... Like, were they not making enough money? They were making so much freaking money. Why would you just throw that away?
Okay, but I have to be honest, though. Some of the characters I feel from Muse were kind of random. I'm talking about
like
Rin.
Rin?
She was
kind
of random to me. Like,
no,
what was her archetype?
She was like a tomboy-ish kind of.
How does that make sense, though?
What do you mean, how does it make sense? Look, every member of Muse
tomboy, but also
was
cute.
Important, okay? All girls in Love Live were the best girls, okay? That's my personal opinion. There was no worst girl in Love Live.
Right,
no waifu, no laifu, guys.
Okay, but let's just talk about the Aquors group, the new group that's coming out. All right.
Whatever.
So, I have happened to, I've seen a little bit of them, and I do agree with you that some of them do seem like just reused copies of, like, recolors of the original characters of some sort. And I don't even know their names because I don't know. I can't read Japanese. But there's, like, one red-haired girl who looks like a combination of, like, Maki and like Nico, and it's like, why?
Why?
Who has red hair and blue eyes in
real life?
I mean, like, in that ungodly shade. Like, I don't.
That is a weird shade.
I don't
know, because for me, like, the style is so similar to the original Love Live that for me it's like, oh, so. Okay, I mean, so there's a couple of, like, I've read a couple of reasons as to why they're doing this. I feel like even from a business standpoint, it's weird to, like, totally discard the Muse girls just because they were, like, this really big franchise, I thought, anyway. So it seems weird to, like, sort of put them aside when they're sort of at the height of their marketability and put in these new girls that nobody knows about, right? Yeah. So I've read there's, like, a couple different theories. So... in J-pop, right, in like in the Japanese pop culture, there's this concept of like graduating from groups. So in real life, like J-pop idols, once they reach a certain age, and usually that age is like ridiculously young, like 16 or 18 or something really young. Like once they reach that age, they're considered too old to be in the group that they're in, and they like they leave the groups and they graduate, quote unquote, and a new generation of like really young girls gets into the group. And so, like, a lot of groups, like, I think AKB48 and, like, Morning Musume and, like those, like, sort of large groups like that, they sort of work on that system of, like, having sort of, like a revolving door, sort of, like, people going in and out.
I mean, that makes sense to introduce new stars onto the stage, but also, what are those girls doing? Like, I mean, I'm making it sound like they're real people, but, I mean, I am interested. Like, what is Nozomi gonna be doing? Is she gonna be a mom now? Like,
so, I don't know.
I feel like some people.
The reason they would do this for real people is, I guess, because like, I don't know. I guess the reason they do this for real groups and real things is to keep like, is to sort of keep the groups relevant or like to keep things happening, and also like, for most of the girls they can move on to like other things like solo acts. Some of them don't. Some of them just get let go. So it's like. I mean, it's a system that I kind of find like harsh, because it's like, oh, well then like these girls, unless they're like very popular, it's hard for them to like get integrated into other groups. But there's like reasons to do it in real life, whereas for like, you know, for anime characters, it's weird because like the voice actresses, you know, I guess they're sort of important, but they're not like, you know, the main thing is like the drawings, which don't have to age or do anything, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the characters are going to be doing. Like, I don't know if they're still going to try to implement them into things or like, or what. But I think, yeah. So,
I mean, I'm going to be really disappointed if they don't make any more of those, like, Muse figures. I know. I feel like they have so much potential. I personally don't really like the figures they've put out so far.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I wish they had more, like, if they had, for example, dressed up Nozomi as, like, I don't know, a teacher and, like, sold a figure of that, I would have bought that. Like, dang, I don't want, like, 8 figures of the same Muse characters dressed up in the same outfit. I want, like...
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I want, like, cosplay or something. That would be cute.
That's what's kind of cool about the actual cards in the game, like the little, you know, the pictures that you can get in the game. Like, they all have different outfits and they all have, like, different clothes for each theme that they choose. So, like I think in the English version anyway, they have, like, a cyber... Well, no, that's not a good example because they all have, like, similar outfits, but... For a lot of the themes that they choose for the game, like, they sort of tailor each outfit to be, like, to be sort of individualized for each girl. And so having, like, figures of those types of things, like, for the, I don't know, like, the mermaid set or, like, the zodiac set or things like that, I think that would be really cool. But yeah, so anyway, so I talked a little bit about that, but there's also like another theory, which I think is probably more likely, is that they kind of want to expand the Love Live franchise into being something that's like even bigger than it already is. So if you've heard about like Precure or like franchises like that, which are like sort of these magical girl like super huge series where like each season has like a different set of magical girls, like a different team. So like it's as if Sailor Moon had like different Sailor Moons, right? So like, you know, like if there was like, so I think in Precure, you know, there was like an original series, but then there was like a similar thing where they had like an Aqua series or a marine themed series, and then they had like different sort of idol series, and they like sort of expanded their like Precure franchise like that. And so I think that might be what they're trying to do with Love Live, is that they're sort of trying to make it so that like there's sort of this like huge mega series.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, with a huge amount of characters and stuff. Which I guess, like, yeah, I could see that being profitable and, like, making sense.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it could be, like, I think that's, like, a more reasonable reason to do it than, like, the graduating theory, which I think is sort of, like, I mean, I feel like it doesn't really work in the anime sense, or like in like the context that Love Live is made in.
It's just a shame, you know. You have all these characters that you already like love, and you're like, we don't want these anymore.
I don't know. I'm just personally salty because like I've been playing Love Live for so long, and now they've already started introducing like the Aquors songs in the game.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, they have, and they don't like explain who they are yet. They haven't explained who these new girls are
in the story.
Here, if you look on the beat, so this is them, and it's just like you can just play their song, but you don't really know who they are in the game.
What about their voices? Are they like new voices? Are they good?
No, they're new. Yeah, so they're new voice actresses and everything. The songs are okay. I will say one thing: the songs are actually not that bad. There's a couple honestly, the early Love Live songs are not like super impressive.
Yeah.
But the newest like Aquors songs, like there's definitely some like catchy stuff.
That's good.
That's fine. It's okay.
Charlotte, I need to admit something to you.
What?
I deleted my Love Live app a week ago.
What?
I did.
Why? Why'd you do that?
Because I didn't find it fun anymore. I'm so sorry.
You're just like them. You're tossing them aside. This is what the world is like now. Okay.
It's
fine. It's fine. Whatever. You're just heartless and cruel.
I like the characters. I can't do rhythm tapping games where they hook you and then they're like, you want this card? You want this card? You're gonna have to work really hard for it. And there's like such tears, and I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, so they're basically the plan for Aquors is that they're going to be giving them an anime series just like Muse, and then they're also going to be doing like I think they're just going to be integrating their songs into the original game, so you don't even have to like download a new game. I think they're just going to like all the cards are going to be in the original app. So they're going to just like integrate the new songs. And I guess convenient. Just integrate them into the storylines and stuff too. So
well, I mean, there's going to be new cards that are going to come out and new art, and I guess that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, okay, so I've like, I said all this, but I mean, I will probably check it out just because, like, I personally really like rhythm tapping games, and they, like...
Well, I do too, Charlotte. I couldn't do it anymore. Now that my co-host hates me, let's move on to personal recommendations for today. I'm so sorry.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm sorry.
Helen, I can't believe you deleted it. Didn't you care about your... No way. Cake deleted it? Yeah. Why? What did he
I'm sorry if you guys don't know
who Cake
is. He's my boyfriend. But yeah,
Cake is also a liar and a cheat.
Okay.
Doesn't appreciate Nozomi.
Things happen.
Really?
Sorry.
What things have happened?
I'm not really sure what his reason was, but I think it was similar. But anyway, let's move on to the personal recommendation. Sorry. If anyone's interested in a new lighthearted shoujo anime for the season, I highly recommend Sansha Sanyou, and it's a slice of life comedy about 3 cute girls who talk about food, school, and life in general, and it's not like a top of the line anime with like amazing animation, but it's really cute and it's really funny. I know there are new anime coming out like Kisnaver and like Re:Zero, and those are like high end, and people aren't paying attention to Sansha Sanyou, but it's really cute. And I kind of regret choosing this anime for this episode because there's another one I want to talk about, but that's okay. We'll talk about that next episode. And I really like Sansha Sanyou. It's about like this. They have like archetype characters, but they're like really amusing. There's one of them that's like, it's always like trying to change the archetype in some tiny little way that makes it kind of unique, and they do that in this, and it's really cute. So I definitely recommend checking them out. And let's go to Charlotte for her recommendation.
Okay, so my recommendation this week is Check Please, which is a super adorable webcomic that's being hosted on Tumblr by Ngozi Ukazu, who is, I think, a comics major at SCAD. And it's a super adorable webcomic about a hockey player / ice skater / baker named Biddy and his sort of adventures at college with his like hockey playing friends and all that. So first of all, it doesn't even matter if you don't know what hockey is or if you don't like hockey. I don't know what hockey is. Like I never even. So it's a game according to Helen, but like if you like. I like honestly I didn't know anything about it. Like I didn't know what the rules were. I know you had like a stick and like a puck, and that's like what I knew about it. And I mean even now I'm like not super, I don't know that much about it, but like the comic will make you like hockey. If that's, like you will like just learn to love the sport just because like the author puts like so much work into it, and like she puts a lot of love into the environment and into like teaching the readers sort of about the sport. The comic itself is like, and also like the comic itself is not really about hockey. It's more about sort of like the relationships between the characters, between the main character and his captain, and like with all the other people. And it's like a super, I don't know, it's like really wholesome, really feel good. Like you just kind of feel happy and light and stuff after reading it, just because like everyone in the cast is like super nice. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a really feel good comic. And also I think like it's really well told. Like it's a very kind of like sort of grounded, simple-ish story. Like not anything like super extreme or like, fantastical happens, but like it's told in such a way that like I think the author does a really good job of like creating her world. Even though it's a very realistic world, there's all these like small details that show that she's not taking like the realistic setting for granted. There's all these like sort of like it takes place on a college campus, but like all the buildings are sort of defined, and she has like a history for all the buildings, and there's all these like small like urban legends on the campus, and each character sort of has their own lives going on, and you can read all about them in their extras and stuff if you wanted to. And yeah, it's just a really, really cute comic. So
I happened to spoil myself about a little event that happened, and it was sad. It was not feel good because I was like, dang, this is really depressing.
Oh my
gosh. But I'm sure that if I go back and read it, it'll be like really emotional and good in a cathartic way.
Okay, so there is, so I say that it's like totally feel good. It's not, there is the feels.
I feel like feels and feel good kind of go together.
Yeah.
I feel like you need that. I mean, that's in Paranatural
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. I think it's like, I mean, it's not like saccharine. It's just sort of like, like you just have, I feel nice reading it. Yeah. So I think you guys would too.
Thank you for that recommendation, Charlotte. And if any of you listeners out there have any recommendations for us to talk about on our podcast next week, please feel free to tweet at us at SnappleGel, which is SNAPPLE gel, or email us at milkytart@gmail.com. So thank you for listening to this week's Honey Tomato Podcast.